to our S3 Checking Showdown launch party, I guess we could say. There's more than 5 people, it's technically a party. Hope you're all enjoying your pretzels. They took quite a bit of ways to get here. They actually dropped them off at the McGraw-Hill building. They re-dried them here. So.
And they were touched and everything?
They were touched, it was disgusting.
Alicia, just keep telling yourself that.
Let's go through the agenda really quick for today. So we're really going to talk about what is the S3 Checking Showdown. It's our newest marketing campaign. So what's new about it? The name, the expanded S3 suite we'll touch on, the marketing support, the offer, the messaging, all surround encompassing this offer. We'll also ask a bit of the audience, your turn for some participation and a chance to win some giveaways that we have here. Dagmar looks very excited. The goal, the campaign time frame, and then also the promotional details. So we'll wrap with more of the nuts and bolts of this, but we'll start more high level before we get into that. So the S3 Checking Showdown. First of all, what is it? Right off the bat, you'll notice we're calling it S3 Checking. It's not the S3 account anymore. Sort of like when the Facebook went to Facebook. We're trimming it down. We're making it easier to say, more easily grasped by the membership. That type of messaging should resonate stronger with them. The reason it was the S3 account at first was we did that intentionally. It was a tactic that we utilized to sort of break the framework of what members consider a checking account. Now they get it. We understand the messaging, so we feel confident in the ability to just say S3 Checking. So when you see it, you'll see the S3 Checking account, but simply put, it's S3 Checking. It'll also be part of an expanded S3 suite. We're coming out with a S3 money market as well. That'll be coming within a couple months.
We're hoping March 1st.
March 1st, so about a month. And that'll all have similar branding. So it's sort of like the S3 package, right? A member has a couple of options at their disposal, but again, it's all branded under that same product family, similar to Apple with the iPhone, the iPad. Same principle. Significant marketing support. We're putting a lot into this campaign. We're doing numerous direct mail drops. We're doing numerous email drops. We're giving significant BD support, something that Michelle is going to be very impactful with. She'll be able to bring this offer to the SEG groups, which is going to be awesome. Really exposing a new population to S3 Checking. And we're, frankly put, every quarter we're going to be doing something to this nature, a significant marketing push. So you're going to see events like this more, you're going to see messaging like this more, and Michelle's nodding her head, which is great because I'm sure like the sales team is saying, great, we can have something we can bring to the membership, something tangible, something valuable. Not only that has an incentive tied to it, which I'll get to, but this has a tremendous amount of embedded value. This is stuff that, we built the account purposefully for this reason. You don't need a tchotchke or a keychain or a gift card to open the account. It has so much value embedded in it, even beyond the rate. When you consider the no monthly fees, the no minimum balance, the surcharge rebates, there's really, the expanded scorecard rewards with the S3 Black Card. There's a lot to it, all salient points that members can hold on to beyond I'm going to joke around here, but open the account, get a free toaster oven. It's deeper than that. And that's all built in the messaging. You'll notice the messaging, and I know you can't see it, but I sent it earlier in the staff comm today. Not only are we talking about, you'll notice 70% of this is all about messaging. The smallest portion here is the offer, and we're doing that purposefully. We don't need to dangle that carrot any longer. We're also touching on mobile banking, free online banking, nationwide network of 70,000 ATMs. All these things are tied to the inherent value. It goes beyond, 0.5 basis points. That's it. It's deeper than that. So the entire premise of the account is the showdown, right? And the reason we're calling it a showdown is because it's just that. We're going toe-to-toe with some of the bigger financial institutions in the country, specifically Wells, Chase, and Capital One. This is what they offer, and again, this is in your email today, and I understand you can't read it, but these are some of the more, this is available on their website. This is nothing you even have to dig for. actually, they do a pretty good job of sharing how you can avoid a fee. There's icons. Click here to show how to avoid the monthly service fee. They're pretty open about it. So it's not even as if things we had to find in a PDF, buried in a link within another document. It's right out in the open, probably because they have to. But it's right out there. So members, a lot of times, despite that fact, don't know what they're paying monthly in fees. They miss it, they don't look at their statement. This is eye-opening to a lot of people. And definitely one of those points you want to speak to. So, for the opportunity to earn one of those tchotchkes that I just bemoaned 5 seconds ago, anybody, I'm going to ask for volunteers for an opportunity to win something out of here, which I can't tell you what it is yet. You're on the phone with a member, you're speaking with a member. What's one point that you would say to them to get a checking account, to get an S3 checking? Michelle.
No fee, really, we mean it, no fee.
We mean it, no fees. What no fees? What do you mean by that?
With no monthly fees, no annual fees, it is completely free checking.
Get right out of town, I'm in. It's an official Everlast boxing glove keychain. You can only get these here. And maybe 3,000 other places. But other than that, today, you can get it right now. Who else has something for me? A room full of salespeople. No. Staring at three. So you want one for the other hand? Go ahead.
Why not? Bonus reward points.
Bonus reward points from how?
Whenever you use the debit card as a Visa, swipe and sign, you get 1 point for every $2 you spend.
I am sold. Now you got one for the left hand.
But you salespeople, come on.
Let's go. Come on. I got a whole bag of these.
Jack Bro.
I'm gonna pick on the. You know what? I should pick on the back row. Ooh, Andrea.
Discount on the auto loan?
That, I'm glad you said that. That, and here's your keychain. That is one of the most, I think, and we write this stuff, one of the things we don't touch on enough is that discount. That's another great bullet point. And I think that, you know, as our loans go, and you see it every day, I hear you guys talking about it, right? You know, well, here's the rate. Here's the rate if you don't have S3. So they go hand in hand. It's really, you know, we make money by generating loans, and we generate engagement by getting the S3 account. So it works both ways. It's cyclical. All right, I'll do 2 more. Ed.
Our last member survey really revealed a huge misperception. We were asking members why they're not bringing their primary checking relationship with us. And the main reason was our lack of ATM network.
Right.
So a lot of our members in Manhattan at 2 Penn, 1221, 55, they really think that our ATM network at the time was limited to the ATMs that we had on site. So we really have been making a conscious effort to stress the fact that at the time we had 30,000 no surcharge ATMs nationwide. That's since been bolstered to 70,000 plus. And we did some research and it revealed that, and I don't know exactly, I think it was our no surcharge network is larger than B of A
And Citibank combined. So do you want a boxing glove for that? That excellent point you made. That's right. More than both of those financial institutions combined in the nation. So, I mean, there you go. We are convenient. We have more than they have. They have more branches, but the ATM, it's not even close.
No opening balance.
No opening balance requirement. A lot of them require 150, 200 bucks, plus a minimum balance of 1,500, 2,000 a month. And that's all to get, what, 0.03 interest. So you have to do all that, and they still don't pay it.
And we get 0.5.
And you get 0.5, as of today, 0.5 basis points. So we're not asking you to do much other than drop a penny in there a month. And we're going to pay you 50 basis points as of today. They're asking you to jump through every hoop in the world, and they're giving you next to nothing.
Does the S3 promo CD, are we still having that promotion where the rate, it works similar to the auto loan, where the rate gets lower if you have an S3 as
With respect to a CD, so go the opposite direction is what you're saying, you get a
Yes.
higher rate. We are coming out with a CD, a promotional CD tied to the S3 account over the next week or so. So you will be seeing something like that, yes.
But isn't the S3 a requirement for getting that rate on the S3?
On the CD?
Yes.
Yes. And we're positioning it as, you know, an offer exclusive to S3 account holders. Again, another benefit. We could have a lunch pretzel event just on the benefits of S3. It's not there. We won't. But we could.
Oh, yikes.
So the goal for this campaign, I'll speak to this stuff rather briefly. Currently, we're pulling about 105 checking accounts over a similar time frame. That's what we like to call a forecast, or you also hear the term run rate. We're going to shoot for 150 here. That would be a 145 over that forecast. Yes,
It would be 45.
that is a typo. Yes, it'd be 45 over.
Is it really blind?
It's only 5. It's 45 over that run rate.
Okay.
Another big thing with this account, and we're going to be doing this more, interchange income. Non-interest income is one of our, if we look at a lot of the research that we do, non-interest income has always been, the term I use is a bugaboo for us. It's always been one of the things that we struggle with. So by engaging everyone through the S3 account, through the S3 Visa debit card, driving up transactions, driving up interchange income for signature-based transactions, that's how we generate interchange income. Welcome, Asia. Welcome, Mike.
Welcome. Thank you, Rob.
With this campaign, we're projecting that over the course of the year, we could generate 61, then there's another typo in there, 6,100 in interchange income. That's based on transactional averages that we're taking a look at, and also some projections that we're making. The time frame you saw in the email today, we're starting today. We're extending through the middle of March. The member must have the account open by March 18th. We're giving them an additional month to conduct those transactions, though, because what we'd like to do is assume that they're opening that account on the very last day. It wouldn't be fair to say a member who's opening an account on the 18th, you have one day to do 8 transactions, the signature-based transactions. Sure, they could, but again, we like to promote, you know, sort of the positivity, the transparency, so we'd like to give them that extra time.
What's the incentive?
I'm sorry, I spoke that on the other slide. The incentive for all this is the 5,500 scorecard bonus points if they conduct 8 signature-based transactions, and I'll get to that on the final slide, by, what was it, April 12th. So, right to the next slide. You were one ahead of me.
I'm sorry, when we have our members that are gonna call in saying, oh, I see this lovely promotion, but I've had my S3 checking account. If I do my 8 transactions, will I qualify for those points?
What we are going to be able to do is, for this offer, it says explicitly no, but we're anticipating that that will be, you know, low. So the offer is exclusive to new S3 account holders. However, we are awarding these points manually. So if you keep track of them, you want to make an exception, we can certainly honor that. And if they can, you know, we'll have to validate, and we have software to do that now that validates the transactions that they've done. So I'll be able to look them up and tell. So you wouldn't say, okay, I'll award you those points right now. You would simply take down that member's name and we would verify and award accordingly.
The goal for the promotion was, it was based on supporting Elmer's sales projections on new S3 accounts coming into the organization, which for the first quarter was around 267. So based on the 6-week time frame, really, we're taking the rate to develop to get to 267, and we're anticipating a lift on what's been forecasted. So we're coming in with all this promotional support, the offer, and we're saying to Elmer, we're going to do this, and our hope is that we can lift your forecast, give it a boost. So I know that the key here is not on transferring or converting existing checking accounts to S3. It's bringing new checking accounts into the organization. That's what the goal is based on, 150. Because the way we've been trending, we're basically averaging, what was it,
70% of our new S3s that were opened were rolls, so rollovers, from existing checking accounts.
So it's actually costing us more money.
Well,
Because now I'm paying dividends on products that were not previously having a dividend associated.
Right, with the idea of hopefully getting that direct deposit in, at least if we are gonna pay that premium.
so the S3 checking account, we're renaming our account, it's not a new account in
No,
addition to.
it is just a reading.
So basically, the conversation should be if they do have that, what is it, the convenience checking,
My choice convenience, yep.
we should be upgrading them anyway. That conversation and sales should definitely be an upgrade.
Right, to Mike's point, as long as we're getting that direct deposit relationship, yes, because that's critical, that's why we pay the premium.
Okay.
Yeah.
But again, that doesn't help,
The new
that
promotion.
doesn't help the new, it doesn't help the balance.
Right.
Right.
That's like, there's nothing wrong with what you're saying, Alicia, but it'd be like the bottom of the three things to be focused on. If you go along as far as the financial wellness education of the membership. Because again, you're just transferring it from one bucket to another, we've added an expense, they get to enjoy the dividends they get, we've added, now we're paying on something we never paid before, and that's assuming that we're getting direct deposit, and they're actually using their debit card, you know, an average, Rob,
Right.
you know the RAD numbers better than I do. 8 to 10 is an average transaction for an active person.
Yeah, we're at 8 to 10 a month, 10 on a high end, 8 on an average, I'd say. We obviously see spikes in like November, December. That's when you get 10 plus.
Were you talking about debit signature transactions?
I was talking, well, yeah, right, because right now we're at 8.
Debit PIN in my mind don't exist.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know about
Well, one of the
it. Because it
interesting.
costs us money.
Yeah. And one of the interesting data points we found comparing, looking at our existing S3 account holders and non-S3 account holders, so they're one of our grandfather checking accounts, the difference in their debit card usage is really startling. The non-S3 account holders average about 5 signature transactions a month, where S3 debit card holders average over 13.
Right. It was,
So you see that engagement that's embedded in that account. So that's why it's important to bring people in and get them into S3s. And also, you know, to Alicia's point, converting them. However, in terms of the expense that we're willing to pay to make this promotion still profitable, we're paying the premium on acquiring a new checking account, not just converting.
Just a question, and Mike, as you maybe you guys know. Yesterday I was at Walgreens, right? And I made a purchase and I swiped with my S3 card. And anytime I use my S3 card, I always try to say credit on the tag. It doesn't even let you. It just automatically says put in your PIN number, and nowhere was there you know, normally you can see where they can't say
I already know the trick.
it registered that it was a debit card, and it was forcing me into putting a PIN.
They can't, the devices, all those swipe devices are defaulted for PIN because what happens there? Very simply example, you charge $100. So you walk up to wherever you are, it could be Walgreens, it could be Macy's, whatever, you bought $100 worth of stuff. You swipe the card, now it's got, you can go left or you can go right. You went to the correct. If you PIN, meaning I put that PIN number, that 4-digit PIN number, it's going directly to the debit world, and we're getting charged somewhere around 13 cents for that transaction. The retailer's paying nothing for that transaction. You go the other way and you say, no, I want this as a credit transaction. We're getting back 75 cents. So think about that when we do $12 million a year in transaction business. So what happens in numbers cases that if I'm the retailer, what are they doing? They're making